of darkness you have gotten rid in your life because of following the message of the Prophet. This Prophet was the messenger of Nur. He brought a book that was called Munir. He doesn't want lip service from you and me. We are liabilities to His name. We are liabilities to His message. Because why? We are living in societies of tremendous darkness. And many people are the reason for darkness in society. Wake up, oh brothers and sisters. Love yourself and your family. Learn divine loftiness. Don't learn religion. Religion is without sense and intelligence. Ask yourself, all the things you do, where is the sense and intelligence? Divine loftiness, Deenullah, demands sense and intelligence. Let me repeat this. Religion, most of the time, is without sense and intelligence. Divine loftiness demands the utilization of sense and intelligence. Surah Yusuf, chapter 12, verse 2. إِنَّا أَنزَلْنَاهُ قُرْآنًا عَرَبِيًّا. This Qur'an is lofty. Arabic has two meanings. Arabic has two meanings. The common folk only know one. Arabic means Arabic. Students of the language know that Arabic means exposition without any darkness. Students of the language know that Qur'an and Arabiya means a Qur'an that is without faults, a Qur'an that is without blemish, a Qur'an that is without ambiguity, a Qur'an that is rhetoric. Why? لَعَلَّكُمْ تَعْقِلُونَ. Because when you and I study the Qur'an, what's going to happen to us? We are going to become people of aql. We're going to become what? People of aql. Why is it the average Muslim is devoid of intelligence when you discuss Islam with him or her? Why is it the average Muslim is devoid of intelligence when you discuss Islam with him and her? They don't use their intellect to think. They are worse than the kuffars. What do? They use their intellect to think of politics. They are on top of the world when it comes to politics. They are on top of the world when it comes to economics. They work very hard for the almighty dollar. And they work like this. They work like this to understand the Qur'an. They are full of excuses. I'll give you two expositions of taqwa, then I'm closed. How do you know when you're on the path of becoming somebody with taqwa? This is an acid test. Keep it, think about it, study the verse I'm going to give you. You don't have to take my word for it. Chapter 65, verses 2 and 3. Hear what will happen to you and to me when we are on the road to taqwa. It's not that you will read the Qur'an in Arabic 2 times, or you will continue to pray a prayer that doesn't have any impact in your life, and you'll give a charity that doesn't take any poor man out of the gutter, and you will go and make Hajj, and your Hajj will be full of ritual. You'll stone shaitan, but you will become the edifice of shaitan. But when you and I are on the verge of becoming muttaqi, this is what the Qur'an says will happen to us. وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ. And whoever secures Allah in his life. Most of us, we have lost Allah. Some people only get back Allah when they come on Jummah. Some people, Allah becomes alive for them when it's Ramadan. Allah is not a vibrant, dynamic, divine, enhancing force in our lives. And the Qur'an says, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ. And whoever secures Allah in their life, this is what's going to happen. يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. You want a way out of the darkness? It is not cheap. Ask the Muslims. I don't want to name the countries, but ask the Muslims wherever they live. Even with their majority, how much of darkness is over their society? How much of depression? How much of sadness? How much of failures? You want to get out of that? Nobody's coming out. Nobody's coming out of the hell that they are in unless they are inspired by divine loftiness and they perspire for it. So the Qur'an says, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا. You and I are going to remain in the same way. Ramadan comes, Ramadan goes. Jummah comes and Jummah goes. You want to know the truth? Check the previous years. Check this year and check the years to come. If you and I are on the road of taqwa, we will get out of the rot that we have been in. We'll get out of the darkness that we have been in. We'll get out of the ignorance that we have been in. We'll get out of the listlessness that have characterized our life. How many of us are listless? That we are just a number in society. We are a number in the home. And lasting in conclusion. وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهِ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ فُرْقَانًا. Chapter 2, verse 183, Allah told us that. That 185, شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن. Right? We are all excited that Ramadan is the month of the Qur'an. Muslims are excited. You can't get a place in what is known as the masjid. Many of them park and block all over the places because blessings is sharing away. Their civility goes down. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس. Why the Quran came? To act as a source of guidance for all people. وَبَيِّنَاتٍ مِّنَ الْهُدَى. And meticulous expositions of every aspect of that guidance. وَالْفُرْقَانِ. The next litmus test is, you want to know if you're on the road to taqwa, is when you develop your relationship with the Qur'an and it becomes the yardstick, the measuring tape, the tool, the decisive element in your life to separate guidance from paganism, to separate light from darkness, to separate sense from stupidity, to separate progress from stagnation. I leave this with me and yourselves. Don't waste your life, brothers and sisters. Don't make your life like another life in society that has no impact. We can change no matter how old we are. We can change. Let today be a wake-up call for all of us. فَاسْتَغْفِرُوهُ إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْغَفُورُ الرَّحِيمُ. Brothers and sisters, only because of time, chapter 2, verse 63. The Qur'an tells us how we can also become people of taqwa. And I gave 2 examples before. I said, when you and I are becoming people of taqwa, we will have a way out from our darkness. The second point is that when you and I are become people of taqwa, then divine guidance will be the tool that we will use to separate from darkness and light. In chapter 2, verse 63, we are told a few things extra. We are told, وَإِذْ أَخَذْنَا مِيثَاقَكُمْ وَرَفَعْنَا فَوْقَكُمُ الطُّورَ. And if you study the local translations, the popular translations of Tur, they told us Tur means Mount Sinai. Right? But if you go deeper down in the Arabic language, وَرَفَعْنَا فَوْقَكُمُ الطُّورَ, Tur means those lofty values, those expectations, those high expectations, those powerful expectations that we expect of you. Because you made a covenant with Allah. You are saying words of divine. Everybody here in the whole Muslim world, there's no shortage of saying words of Islam. Amantu billahi wa malaikati bi kutubihi wa rusuli wal yawmil akhir. You know, nobody's short of that. So the Quran says, وَإِذَا أَخَذْنَا مِيثَاقَكُمْ وَرَفَعْنَا فَوْقَكُمُ الطُّورَ. And when we took your commitment. Mithaq is your commitment. We took your commitment. Nobody forces you to say all these nice words of commitment. But when we say these words of commitment, وَرَفَعْنَا فَوْقَكُمُ الطُّورَ, then we exalted the standards